Hi everybody, we're going to learn La Bastringue today. It's a French tune, French-Canadian tune, and it's paired with the dance of the same name. And sometimes people call it La Bastringue and some people call it La Bastringue. Either way, it's usually spelled the same way. It's in the key of D. Here's how it sounds. So it's going to start on F sharp, first finger on the E string. That's the first phrase. G natural, low second finger. C sharp, and ending on D, third finger. One more time. Next phrase starts on C sharp, second finger on the A string. Let's just do that again. That's an open E. Back to the second finger, C sharp. And then the next four notes. So putting those two four-note sections together, we have the next bit. So let's do that section again, I guess. Second finger. From the beginning, starting on F sharp. Now second finger, third finger. That's the first half of the A part. Let's play it again. Starting on F sharp, first finger. Going on, the third phrase is the same as the first. That's the starting on the F sharp. And then we have the ending, which starts on G natural, low second finger on the E string. Let's play that ending again, starting on the G. Ending again. Okay, whole A part slowly. So now the second part of La Bastringue moves in some chord shapes. The first chord is a D chord. So the notes are D, F sharp, and A. And it's going to look like this. So again, that's the D, F sharp, A, back to F sharp. Then the next chord is a C chord, C, E, and G. C natural, which is not in the key of D, you might notice. So it's an accidental. So there the notes are C, E, G, E. So let's do the D chord, D, F sharp, and A, and then the C chord, C, E, and G. Then we go back to the D chord, D, and then we have a fast little ending. So to break that into two pieces, we have, starting on a G to C sharp, and then the next four notes go right down the scale. So again, well, it's not really an ending, that middle bit, the fast notes. And I recommend playing those fast notes just again and again and again, starting slowly and then gradually speeding up, so that you'll be able to play them fast enough in the tune, because that's the hardest part in the B part, really in the whole tune, is to get those fast eighth notes fast enough. So just work on speeding them up like that. So from the beginning of the tune we have and then going on, we have the same D chord, C chord, back to the D chord, and an ending, which is really just the first 5 notes of that, that fast run. And we end on the D with a long, I think it's a half note. So that's the whole B part. Let's play it. And then we would repeat the B part. Now, resist the temptation when you're learning this tune to play the slow notes at a faster tempo and then suddenly find that your tempo's too fast for the fast section, and then be slowing the tempo way down. Try to keep a steady tempo all the way through, which probably means playing the long notes slower than you think you want to, so you don't get too far ahead of yourself. The slow notes in the B part can, there's a couple of variations or versions of how you can play them and actually have them be faster notes, which can help if you find that you're getting ahead of yourself. And the simplest way to fancy it up a little bit is just to play each one of those chord notes double, play it twice, which would sound like this. Then all your notes are the same length. And up to speed, that sound like this. what helps is to have your right hand really loose and relaxed. Really have the fingers in a place where your hand can be super relaxed, enough so I can really just pull my bow out of my hand. Helps for me to have my thumb bent, and actually even more important than the bent thumb is placing this part of my thumb on the stick. I don't know if you can see the lovely dent I have in my thumb from holding the stick. Rather than putting the stick on the flat part of the thumb here. So rather than this, having more thumb going straight down. So the bone, if I imagine where the bone in my thumb is, that is going right towards the stick. And that, that tends to force me to bend my thumb, though sometimes it straightens out while I'm playing a little bit. But that gives me really good control over the bow. And then the other fingers draped over the edge. I like a big gap here, so I can have really good control and a lot of power in this finger, and then the pinky on top, so I can pick my bow up off the string and it doesn't flop over. But in the beginning of the video, when I played the tune full speed, I did a whole nother version of the B part, which is much more complicated. It involves changing strings for every note, but it sounds great. So, and I think what I do is I do a quarter note at first, and then what I'm doing is returning to that D in between each of the other notes. So a quarter note D, and then I actually slur into that next note. It makes the bowing easier. I'm noticing that some places I'm, rather than slurring out of that quarter note into the F, I'm slurring into the quarter note from the note before. And that's giving me my bowing the way I want it to make crossing strings easy. So experiment and see what sounds good and feels good to you. Let's play the whole tune from the beginning, and we'll play just the simple version, both parts with the repeats.